from Texel. I was born there. I have been started with the zilverproefbedrijf, test van Texel. The site to test all kinds of silane plants under different conditions to see which one is suitable for the market to change the world.
Everybody is regarding salinization as a threat. Worldwide, it's about 1 billion hectares that the salt concentration in the soil is so high that they cannot cultivate the conventional crops anymore. And usually those soils are just abandoned. You know, oh, there's salt, we cannot do anything anymore. Let's move away and try again somewhere else. But also here in Holland we have a problem of salinization. It's all reclaimed land from the sea, and the ocean water is still present as groundwater. So when it stops raining, we have a quick influence of the salts from the groundwater entering the root zone. But here in Holland we don't have the luxury that we have enough land to move away. So we have to do something with the salinization. This is the main building of the irrigation system of the ziltproefbedrijf. So here we can control all the salinity treatments that we have in our field station. And what we use is 7 different salt concentrations with 8 repetitions. So we have a field, it's 1 hectare big, and it looks a little bit like this. So one color is 1 salinity treatment, and it has 8 repetitions randomly divided over the research location. And it goes from 0 up to almost seawater salinity. And with that we can really get a good idea of the salt tolerance levels of different crops. So we're looking for the what they call the threshold and the slope. The threshold is the salt concentration at which the growth and the biomass is going down, and the slope is how fast is the growth going down, exceeding the threshold point. And for that you need many different data points to get a really solid salt tolerance curve. So that's why we use 7 different salt concentrations, and in that way we also always get the differences between cultivars. So it's also really good for selection. So for instance with the sugar beet now we have 4 different sugar beets, and we compare it with the old original beet, the sea beet. And sometimes the differences are really small, but with 7 different salt concentrations we can really quite accurately show what the differences are. So it's really good for selection for the breeders, and we do that for sugar beets, but also for potato, sorghum, millet we test, and many other different crops. There are areas in the Netherlands that you cannot keep fresh in that way. There's not enough fresh water, and the saline seepage is so strong that there are many places in the Netherlands that are becoming more and more saline each year. And we're not giving it up, but we are developing salt-tolerant crops.
Control it by time, time controls, then every now and then it's running.
Mm-hmm.
And we can control it by sensors.
Okay.
In the ground we have sensors which measure the salinity. And if the salinity is going down, it will become sweeter. Then the irrigation starts. It's now running, the pumps are running at half speed because it's controlled by the controller.
Yeah.
If I put it on manual and I put over here 100%, now you can see that the pumps are going up, the frequency of the pumps.
Yeah.
And the water is now pumping 26 cubic meters. So now you can see over here 2 pumps are running, sweet pumps, and it 26 cubic meters by 1.8 bar with a salinity of 1.8 decimals.
These are just a few examples of the application of saline crops. We use conventional agricultural crops, but also new agricultural crops, the halophytes, and they can resist real high salt concentrations. Some of them even grow in seawater.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like wild plants, nobody knows it, and what you're going to do with it, that's the big question. And these are a few of the applications. So this is mayonnaise with sea fennel, development of cosmetics. So this is and it contains not only sea kale but also seaweeds and other saline crops as well. It's really low scale production. It's not production to make money, but production to make people aware that not only food is one of the possibilities for saline agriculture, but also the chemical compounds. And we're just getting started in exploring the different possibilities, and there are many.